Hello and welcome to the Amazon Gold Standard podcast presented by Breetly, where we have managed over $500 million in our clients' sales revenue generated, and advertising managed over $50 million for our clients last year. So let's get started. I have Tariq Khan here. He is a super programmer. Is that what you say? A developer? Would you say is that what? And you've been
Developer.
working on awesome software for the past 4 years, and you just launched at Prosper a couple of was it a month back
Yeah, in April.
in April. Our team met his team there, and it was very interesting. He's got a great product that I wanted you all at home to hear about and learn about. Tahir, if you can just go into a little bit about your background and your history and where you came from.
Yeah. So, hey guys, I'm Tariq Khan. I'm the founder and CEO of RockitSeller. I've been, I went to school to get my master's in computer science, and since then, I've been a career engineer. I've built small software and hardware for small resource constrained devices, which now they called IoT. There was no terminology back in the day when we were building it. And so from small resource constrained IoT devices to big, huge data platforms. So I've also been a seller on various marketplaces for the last several years. And I've used different tools. I always came away with a sour taste in my mouth, like I was telling Robert. So I looked at the gaps in the market, and that's the reason why RockitSeller was born. And over the last 4 years, we have diligently worked on the platform. I take personal interest and control the technical direction of the product, and I stand by 100% behind my product.
I can't. I haven't tried it out yet, but I do want to try it out. If you can give me a good deal, would
Awesome.
be
Yeah,
very
I
serious.
mean, absolutely, absolutely.
Most
We would
definitely.
love to have you.
Yeah. So, Rocket Seller, you said 4 years you were working for developing. You said IoT. Is that what it was?
Yeah,
Internet of Things.
Internet of Things. So, I mean,
How
before
long ago did you start on that?
I, 2008.
Wow, it's been around for that long, and I mean it's a buzzword now. The past year or two.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, this was for a different company, Parkinsoft,
Yeah.
the one that we formed and eventually sold in 2017. But it is a buzzword now. There was no term for this kind of development back in the day in 2008. We also built some. Now you have drones. They call them drones. We used to build software for helicopters, RC helicopters, um, on on the Microsoft .NET micro framework, which no one has heard of. So it is history. So yeah, it I've been it has been a very interesting journey for me.
I mean, hearing about your history, hearing about your experience. I mean, that's and where you come from, and you were working on these devices and these, I guess, technologies for so long. Your tool's got to be pretty awesome. So tell me about your tool. I know that it's Excel and RockitSeller. If you can go into the tool, I mean, you told me that you walked away with bad taste in your mouth from the experience of other tools that you were using.
Right.
Um, I mean, how long are you developing it? I mean, did you have another job while you were working on this, or I mean, was that your only focus?
So I have one other company where we do custom software development, and we have several clients. That team is different. That business is on, for lack of a better word, autopilot. I have a
Right.
team managing that business, salespeople and all that. For the last 4 years, I've devoted my energy to RockitSeller, designing and building it from the ground up, looking at the competition, what's lacking in those tools.
So
And
you were a seller? You were a seller? What did you sell?
well, I'm a reseller. I'm not a white label a private seller. I'm a
Okay.
reseller. We basically play in office products, household, and beauty. So we source our own product, ship them to FBA, and then once that got to a point where now what? How do I increase my market share? So then Walmart came around with their API, eBay, and then we started building integrations with all these platforms. So now, if you have inventory in your FBA warehouse, you can just connect your Walmart account, your eBay account, Shopify, and Facebook Marketplace, and we sync your inventory to those platforms. When the orders arrive from any of those marketplaces, we get notified. We based on your based on your inventory level on Amazon. If you have enough inventory, we automatically place an order with Amazon to merchant
So
fulfill.
hold on. Don't give these secrets away so fast because I wanted to get into each individual tool that you have in here, and I want to talk about the specifics.
Okay.
I mean, within Excel, so Excel, XSELL, you guys go to
Yes.
the website, rocketseller.com, RockitSeller.com. Go to the website, check it out. So if you were to look at all the different capabilities of your software and going from like your biggest competitive advantage over the rest of the space of all these other SaaS platforms, where would you say is your strength? Going from highest, I'm not going to say the lowest. You could be strong all across, but from like that you're taking most pride in.
Multi-channel and automated repricing.
Okay, great. So let me start with the automated repricing because, I mean, over here, Breetly, we have clients, we have around 30 clients, and they need to maximize their profitability. So, I mean,
Absolutely.
and, whether they have, they're the manufacturers and they bring products in and there's no one on the buy box versus if you're competing on the buy box. So, I mean, there's a lot of different needs for different types of sellers out there.
Hmm.
And we've used a whole bunch of different, and they charge different. Obviously, you don't break each one of these tools out and charge individually. This is all these different tools you get in this one price.
Yes. Yes.
So, in regards to this automated repricer, how does that work? What are the different options here? How can people benefit from it?
So there are four different types of strategies that you can create. Uh, One, win the buy box, or be the low price leader, or sales velocity based. Hey, I have too much of this stuff. I want to get rid of it. And then you can control. The one thing that we afford is the the ease of creating a strategy. It's very layman language, in my opinion. And the customers that are using it, they were able to just read and comprehend what the pricing engine would do. So buy box, lowest price, you can compete with featured merchants. Like you can create a strategy how you want to compete with Amazon or featured merchants. If any other featured merchant that has uh, featured merchant uh, what
Badge.
badge, for lack of a better word, that Amazon awards. Typically, those are not someone who has greater than 95% positive reviews. So you can compete with specific merchants, featured merchants, or you can create a strategy on how to compete with Amazon itself.
Gotcha.
You can create one strategy and bulk apply it to one or many of your ASINs. And as soon as we get notified by Amazon, within 30 seconds, we submit a price change. Now, when that and within a couple of minutes, you would see the price change appear. So we
That's
are
fast. A lot of other guys, it takes 15 minutes for a price change.
we have
Half
seen.
an hour, depends how often they pull, but no, that's super.
Yeah, I mean I've observed for my own account, it has been between 2 and 3 minutes, max 4 minutes. So, and that has been the case with my other subscribers, and they're very happy with it.
I hate, yeah, when listings get taken down and shut down, and because you're priced higher, or the competitive price.
Yeah.
That's something that where your listing gets, if something gets shut down on Amazon because it might be priced lower on Walmart. You sync across different accounts to make sure that the pricing and the you have the ability to, because
Yeah.
that is a big need. Wow. So you can, if you change your price on Amazon because your repricer repriced it on for Amazon, and then you want to have the price parity to Walmart and wherever else, it will automatically push it.
Not only that, what you can do is choose to price differently for different
Right.
platforms. Amazon is super competitive. Ton of sellers. You may not have the same level of competition on Walmart. You may not have the same level of competition on eBay, Shopify, or Facebook. Then you may say, okay, when the price changes on Amazon, don't use the same price, but make it 20% more than what it is on Amazon. So we give you that granular control. So you're making a buck more on selling on Walmart rather than selling on Amazon. So the
Now I
ball
got
is in your court.
so I got a tough question for
Okay.
you. What kind of reporting do you have? Because I know when we first started using reprices to try to increase the profitability, um, the reporting of the numbers where, if you didn't use the repricer, then you would not have profited this extra $1,000. You would have lost out of that number. So, I mean, throwing something out there to the seller saying it's working, and it's, to prove to you that this is working, here's the numbers that, without changing the price, what it was before the price change, and what it is now. Do you have the ability to do that?
You have a report that you can run for for various time periods, and it will tell you the price before the change, the price after the change, so you can, for each ASIN, look at the history of price changes that have occurred. We also have something very unique where you create a strategy and then you would apply it to an ASIN, and then you can play with different prices, saying, what if it was 799? What if the price was 799? How would the repricer change the price based on the rules that have been configured? So it will tell you based on your pricing rules, either A, we will submit a price change, or B, will not submit a price change, and here's the reason why. So you're building,
Oh, and he tells you the reasons why.
yeah, and it so that you can build faith and confidence in your pricing rule before you make it live.
I like it. I like it. All right. I mean, what else, if there's anything else about the repricer, because obviously there's a lot of tools you have here,
Yeah.
but is there anything more about the repricer you want to state, or you want to go into the multi-channel fulfillment?
Let's go into. I think we have covered the basis across for all four strategies. Let's do multi-channel.
Okay, talk to me. Tell me.
So multi-channel, you, of course, Amazon is the gateway into our system. That may change in the future, but as of now, you need an Amazon account. Then once you connect your account with us, it's a simple one-click integration. No more seller
So,
ID, MWS token, none of that. So you click a button. Once you create an account with RockitSeller, you're automatically logged into Launchpad. You will see a Connect Amazon button. You would click that. It will take you to Seller Central. You consent to our application accessing your account. You're brought back into the RockitSeller platform. In a couple of hours, your account will be activated once we have downloaded some of your inventory and orders. Once you do that, you can go in and say, okay, I want to sell on Walmart too. So you would go click a button, same deal. You would integrate with Walmart. Once we have completely downloaded your Amazon inventory, we would automatically sync it to Walmart along with price, quantity, all your images and everything. A couple of hours later, you log into your Walmart account and you should see all your inventory available to and ready to sell. So once a customer places an order, say for example on Walmart, that order comes into RockitSeller, and then if you have available inventory, we automatically fulfill it using your FB inventory and notify the different marketplaces of the shipment. So you're not doing anything, just connecting different marketplaces, and we do everything else for you. So if you
How
want to,
about
go ahead.
you were talking about fulfillment? So, do you have any connections? Because a lot of struggles that sellers have is that well, at least some of the sellers that I know is that they don't have a warehouse who knows how to ship to Amazon, package for Amazon. If they have their own warehouse, but the goods aren't packaged in a way that Amazon easily accepts and won't charge you extra. Um, do you have any connections with any third party logistics companies that you can bring your clients to and say, hey, listen, if you have a problem with fulfilling orders, I'm here for you. I can help you whichever way you want.
We are in discussion with the 3PL. I'm not at liberty to disclose that at the moment because I'm under an NDA. But we are talking to one of the biggest 3PL logistics company, and I will get back to you on that as soon as I hear something back
That's
from
super
them. But
exciting.
then, yeah, yeah,
I wish you all the best with that. That's good. Expanding. Keep growing, my man.
yeah. Thank you. That's that's the idea.
So multi-channel fulfillment. So orders coming from Walmart, from eBay also, right?
And Shopify and Facebook Marketplace.
Facebook Marketplace. How do you like Facebook Marketplace?
Not a whole lot of competition. Not a whole lot of competition. A lot of impulse buyers. Um, but their e-commerce part is still growing. They're still figuring things out because they did not anticipate Facebook Marketplace growing at the pace that it has grown. So their
hmm
API is trying to catch up with the different nuances, and it is very hard for you to uh, get approval for your app uh, to access seller data. I think they got spooked after Cambridge Analytica. And so, yeah, they really vet you out before they allow you access to their APIs internally.
And I know that there's on Instagram, there's the ability like to tag products and buy it via Instagram, but that goes straight back to the Facebook store.
Yes, they're all,
Okay, so even orders
yeah,
that come in from Instagram shopping, it goes into Facebook and then into your platform.
yes,
Yeah, you know what? I don't think there's a lot of softwares out there that do what you do.
yeah, I think so.
I don't even know any. I mean, yeah, it's a good place to be, alone in the space.
I will share a video of a customer who signed up, and it's validation of our product. They had a dormant Walmart account for the longest time, which they activated, and all they did was go into our platform and connected. And the next thing, they saw all the 283 items appear in Walmart. And over the last few days, they've been selling an extra $100 that they didn't have on Walmart, and they're not doing anything. The orders are coming in, the orders are fulfilled automatically, and it's a win-win for him. So I think he's very
Now,
happy.
now this is a big one because Shopify, you have the ability to fulfill any orders and probably Facebook too from Amazon's FBA warehouse, right?
Yes,
So are you able to set that up too and not just do merchant fulfilled, but also fulfill from FBA to an eBay shopper?
yeah, that's what we do.
Wow. Wow. But not Walmart. Unless you have pre-set up on your store blank boxes within the fulfillment section of multi-channel. Don't say anything.
But we do
I
that.
got
But we do that. We do that today.
All right, so I'm on your site. I'm just going to go by. I'm sure they're all listed here. So it says synchronized inventory. So that's pushing your inventory to every marketplace that's
That's
in your
connected,
merchant.
right?
Right. Okay. We work a lot with Deliver. Do you have any connections with Deliver?
No, not yet.
So
Deliver
I
was
know they
bought by Shopify.
they were just bought. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know
Wow.
how that is going to turn out. I mean, let's say where Shopify's API is very capable, and I'm thinking that once they have it completely integrated into their existing system, they will expose APIs for us to take advantage of their fulfillment. And
Most definitely.
yeah, and it's an interesting. I'm keeping my fingers crossed and watching that. See what we can offer to help our customers grow.
Don't just cross your fingers, man. Cross your toes too.
Okay, but I'm wearing shoes now. And the shoes are tight. They won't let me cross my toes.
Extra tight. So what is this scan and upload? Explain that to me.
So, if you take, for example, if you're a bookseller, what they do is buy books in bulk. What they generally do want to do is the ability to scan and then
And then
ship
receive
them and and
inventory.
and ship them to Walmart to Amazon. So as they're scanning, we retrieve all the offers on Amazon, and we have a pricing guide in there. So if you list not so much for used books because Walmart doesn't allow used stuff, but if you're selling brand new stuff, you can scan your UPC. We get all the offers from Amazon and Walmart, and we have created kind of a pricing guide, the optimum price for your product on Walmart and eBay and Amazon.
Oh wow! I got a question for you on that because it's a bit of an issue. I mean, as a shopper on Walmart, it's a little confusing because you'll see the same product over and over and over again, where each product has its own listing, but just a different seller, as opposed
It's
to like how Amazon has three sellers on one listing.
Yeah, I've encountered that. What happens is there's history over here. They just Amazon just Walmart just opened their API, and right now it's open season for all. They have some checks and controls they're putting in place. But take for example one of the products that I have listed. It's an office product, but appears in kitchen. So I'm like,
It's going to
guys,
change the category, man.
yeah. And then I had to submit tickets after tickets saying, hey, this is the wrong category. And then they have something called enhanced seller. Uh, I, f- I I forget what they call, but they have something in place that does things differently, and that system needs to evolve. So it will the category will be wrong on the product. So when we sync your inventory, what we do is we have created a match, and it's not 100%, but there are 73 categories on Walmart compared to 31 on Amazon. So we have created kind of mapping in order for us to do a best guess, but the item will appear, but it may be miscategorized according to Walmart. There's a reason you will see the same product appear over and over in different categories. So this is because sellers have miscategorized it, and then if you're a reseller like me, you're trying to piggyback, but then you realize it's the wrong category.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes down to when a seller makes their own listing, they got to make sure that it's in the right category.
Yeah,
Even if you're using a software, you can't trust just AI or you can't just trust anything. There needs to be a person with the knowledge who knows how to do
yeah,
and running the system. It's a necessity. You can't
yeah.
just trust the software.
Right.
Nothing's 100% in
Nothing is
this world.
100%. That's the reason I said we have created mapping, but it's not 100%.
I'm with you. I get it. Anyone who ignores it is just a fool.
Hmm.
Um, create Amazon ads. So you can create ad campaigns and groups and keywords. And I think it said over
Yeah.
there you can find keywords. I mean,
Yes.
that's, dude, if there was a software out there that does what you do with all these different things, it should be a couple of $1,000 a month. Definitely. So you can create ads. You have like algorithmic. Do you have bid optimization, AI, whatever, to adjust bids, or is it just to create them and are you able to manage it within the platform too, or just create the ads?
You can manage it, but we don't have anything for bid optimization currently. I have a team of 11 developers and 5 QA, and we've been so busy. So we are picking the battles that we are prioritizing our battles. So the product as it exists on the 27th of May today won't be the same as on the 31st of December. There will be a ton of improvements that we are putting in. One of those is bid optimization. So I can promise, but it is on the agenda. It is something that I want to do personally.
People at home won't be so happy, but if you do get that bid optimization, you should probably raise your prices. You're a bit too low, man. Anyone who's looking for some type of deal for a new software, obviously it just launched, so that pricing scheme must have something to do with the launch.
Yeah, it is currently because of that. Because I know the kind of feature it's feature packed and all that it can do, it's way underpriced.
Right. Yeah, no, great. That's what I like. I like here at Breetly, we are also underpriced because
I'm
there's a
sh-
lot of competition out there. We do great work,
yeah,
but just always trying to build. Make sure. Unfortunately, like the Amazon buy box, it's a race down to the bottom. As soon as a new tool is let out, it's priced super high, and then once a whole bunch of competition, the price goes down.
I you don't know how many times I've been bitten by that.
Yeah,
And sometimes I just fail to figure out how is anyone making a buck
money
or
on
even a
Amazon,
penny
right?
on a unless they just want to they're doing merchant fulfillment and they're just trying to get what they're trying to do is just mine customer data so they can directly sell it to their customers. That could be the only possible explanation. Else, I just fail to understand.
Okay, so the buyer seller messaging, you're able to respond to messages. Now,
You're
you know
able,
what?
yeah,
I have an issue with buyer seller messages.
okay,
I work for a company, they're closed on the weekend.
okay,
And Amazon's message system, if you have an email, like if you sign up for your main email address or whichever one is approved to
to
send
send, yeah,
messages,
right.
if you have a forward from Amazon to go to that specific email, and if you set like an auto reply to go back to that person, Amazon does not accept that as a reply.
Yes, and there are double-edged sword over here. You have to adhere to Amazon's policy of not sending links within the
The
email
email.
or any attachments or any HTML. So we try to filter out as much as possible, but sellers have ingenious way of doing things that the software cannot anticipate. And so it is a double-edged sword. Amazon will notice it, and then they will probably slap you on the wrist, depending on your size, or ban you from the platform if you're as little as I am. So
Right.
that autoresponder is a double-edged sword. We let you all the messages that come from Amazon, they end up in the messaging. You can send messages, and we keep a track of how many messages you send, so you can analyze your response rate and everything. But like I
So
said,
is
be careful.
this only the buyer seller messaging? And then there's separate from buyer seller messaging where if a customer says, "Oh, I want to return your product," then you need to tell them, "Okay, well go to the return section and push the button request return."
Hmm.
If they just send you a regular message, you get the regular messages that customers have, whatever, I didn't get my package, where is it? That's
Yeah.
going to show up in your platform. But
That,
separate from that, what about the review and the feedback requests
so we
yeah.
we automatically so when you sign up, we automatically send feedback and review requests to your buyers. And if you send 100 messages, the law of averages say that you would at least 3 or 4% of them would respond. So over time, you automatically building reviews for your selling account without doing anything.
That's super. That's super. The message. There's so many tools in this thing. I love this. And then manage shipments. Holy cow! You can also create shipments or manage your shipments within your platform.
You can create FBA shipments.
And choose the labeling and all of this.
Yes.
Uploading of, if it's more than one SKU per box and you're shipping by pallet, and you need to make sure that when you upload the file to Amazon of what SKUs, how many units are in which box number, you're able to upload that in?
Not to that level. Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. I just want to.
Soon.
Yeah, soon. It's a little tricky as far as their files are very different per SKU, per configuration, per destination.
Everything's changing with them.
It's hard to keep up. I'm telling you very honestly, and the API just does enough to whet your appetite, but does not let you go all the way through. I wish it was, and we could do it, but yeah, you can create FBA shipments from our software.
The next thing that I want to get to is into your reports. But before we get into the reports, but on the topic of reports, business reports.
Mm-hmm.
API used to not give the business reports. You can only get the information of the sales number. Now you can pull via API sessions, unit session percentage, and everything that's on that business reports page.
Yeah.
So these reports that are here that I'm seeing on your website, are these your own customized reports, or are these just, the same reports that are on Amazon? Do you provide, say, hey, we recommend you to look at this type of number, and you make your own calculation or whatever, this is, you have crazy minds behind the software, and I made a new name. You remember when tacos and ACOS and all these terms?
We have, so not to the level that you're saying, because then reports are factual data. What you're talking about is analytics.
Right.
So factual data, these are your sales. You sold 300 widgets in the last 1 month. This is your revenue. To that point, yes, it's all factual data. But if you want to take it a step further, if you want to go to analytics, there are 3 things in the software currently. You can do your lost sales analysis, your inventory forecast, and your sales forecast. You can retrieve the top 20 selling items on Walmart across all categories. So that's the level of analysis. We also have SKU-based analysis. So take, for example, how should I price this? If I use the highest BSR or the lowest BSR, then what is my anticipated revenue looking like? When will I see my first order come in? How much inventory I need? So you can do all that kind of analysis. But as far as reports go, we download the factual data that Amazon provides.
Okay. You were saying top 20, you were saying lost sales, you were saying projections.
Yeah.
Projection. You're going to projections of like for 7 days, 30 days, or do you take it so far out to
for the
I need a projection I need to order for Amazon 6 months ahead of time, and I need to know how much I'm going to sell in month 3. I got to project 9 to 12 months from now. So I need to order enough now for it to get to me within 6 months, for it to last long enough for the next 12 months,
So
far off for reordering projections, aside from just FBA projections
so we
for
do
the short.
so we do projections on your sales until the end of the year. So if you're doing a projection today, we'll do projection until the end of the year.
And that projection, does that take into account seasonality?
If we have enough data. So take, for
Oh, so you
example,
pull sales data for the last year, 2 years?
we can't. See, we are at the mercy of, if you stay with RockitSeller for a year, we will know the seasonality.
Got you.
But
Got you.
as far as data goes, they'd allow only 60 days back, and that's what we are stuck with.
I got you. All right, clear. I
But
understand.
eventually,
So
you'll be able to see those projections.
as someone's longer
Right,
and they see the spike for certain SKUs, it takes that same type of spike and correlates it to the next year
right,
and any type of new experience. That's
right,
super.
right.
But now to the next question is, what if you do not have any sales on that product? Is there some type of forecast that you can look at? Okay, all the other products in my catalog that I have within this category, within this product type, within this department, or whatever numbers or fields might be relevant, to say, hey, if all stays equal, or this is your average for this category, this is what you could expect for sales for the first 3 months, 6 months, year.
Yeah,
That's something interesting.
we do that for a year based on your BSR and the current prices, current offers on Amazon. So you say, I want to use the highest BSR or the lowest BSR and the average 180 or average 90 or average 60-day averages for the BSR, and do projections on if I were to compete with average price at lowest BSR. What does my revenue look like? How much inventory I would need, and when
But
will,
that's for products that are currently being
even-
sold and have sales history.
regardless of whether they're selling or not.
Whoa, interesting. All right, so I saw their reports and then I also saw their analysis. We covered both of them. What's this one single platform? It shows Launchpad and Excel. I know Excel, that's the name of the tool. Your brand as a company is RockitSeller.
RockitSeller.
Excel. Maybe they'll be rebranding or not to bring it
We
under
will be
one.
rebranding it because we started off with 3 different tools, and then we looked at it and I said it doesn't make sense. People need a holistic view of their business, and I found myself being annoyed. Why I have to go to a different product for my feedback and review? Why I have to go to a different product for this? So we
So
consolidated everything into one, and that's the reason the name Excel ended up surviving. The other two did not survive. So yeah, maybe we'll be rebranded to RockitSeller itself because it's a single
okay,
tool.
as it should be, like you said, holistic view.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. What's your pricing? All of this talk about the software, what do you charge? I mean, there's probably a lot of different pricing here. It's based
So
off
your
it's a tier,
revenue,
right?
yeah. So the highest as of now, if you're doing 10 million plus, it's $700 a month.
That's all. Anyone who's selling $10 million a month, you can definitely afford one tool that'll cost you $7,788.
Yeah.
I didn't do that in my head. That's written on your
Awesome.
website. But I mean, if you're a relatively new seller and you don't have much in sales, I mean, up to 50,000, is that a month?
Yeah, $39 a month.
No, meaning the $50,000 in sales, is that
Yeah,
monthly sales?
that revenue, yearly revenue.
Yearly sales. Okay. So 50,000 a year. I mean, that's definitely a new seller. $39 a month for all of this. This
Yes.
is a no-brainer. I mean, everyone got to go check this website out. try it out. Do you give like a free 7 day, 30-day trial? Not even a 7 day trial.
30
Rocket
day.
Seller.
We
That's
really
super. And
want
you
you
have
to like and love our tool before you make your first payment.
and as it should as it should be. Got to try it out. You can't commit so much money if you don't know if it works. Um, and do you have a blog that you're running, or do you have any podcasts that you run on your own?
We are starting one. There's so many things that are moving as of now. We are starting a webinar next week, and
Nice.
I will be inviting you and a couple of other people. And yeah, we are starting a podcast. One of the things that we lack, and as of now, not a whole lot of people know us, our marketing has been really weak. So we are trying to hire someone who can take this steam off of me
Yeah,
regarding.
marketing alone is its own job. For launching a software, I mean that's a necessity. That's definitely the next phase of growth.
Yep,
And
yep.
be able to scale is huge. So I wish you all the best of luck with that.
Thank you.
I see the webinars. You have some case studies on your site. You have some free tools here. So what is this? You have the FBA calculator. Is that similar to the Amazon FBA calculator, or
Yeah,
do you have a little twist on it?
we are also adding a Walmart calculator, and we'll be soon we'll be offering whoever signs up via this podcast, we will be giving away the top 20 selling items on Walmart across all categories for free.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, get me that link or whichever, however, sign up. I'll put it in the caption, the comments, and the description of this podcast.
Sure,
Um,
I'll send you the link.
and what is this keyword search? What is this keyword search on here? This free tool?
It that needs to be taken off because that needs to be taken off, and the website needs to be updated first of all. The keyword what we were doing was offering up to 10 keyword searches with analysis of that keyword
Like
down to,
helium?
yeah, like like Jungle Scout, like Helium. But I was like, yeah, that part has been shut down, and for a very good reason. We don't want to be in the keyword space.
Right. Okay.
We want to stay with advertising and keywords related to your advertising campaigns, but we are not a
Right.
keyword tool per se. There's too many of those out there, and they do a better job than we do. And they've been doing it for a long time and mining the data and all that, page scraping and all that. So I think we'll stay away from keywords.
Hey, I don't. Good choice. A lot of big boys in
Yeah,
that playing field.
yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, I don't got any more questions. I think I learned a lot about your tool. I think anyone who watches this podcast will definitely should give it a chance and check it out. If there's any closing statements, anything you want to say, if you want to like drop any shameless self-marketing and promotion, go for it. Tell everyone your website, all of it. Go for it. Take the floor. Do whatever you want.
So, guys, Rocket Seller has come into fruition after 4 years of dedicated hard work. It works, and if something goes sideways, you can always reach me directly. I stand 100% behind the product, and you won't make a payment until and unless the goal you come in with is met. And you win. The only way I succeed is when you succeed and grow your market share and actually give Rocket Seller a chance and figure it out yourself how well it does for you. So don't take my word. Try it and see for yourself all the features that are packed into a single platform.
So everybody, it's RockitSeller, RockitSeller, Rock It Seller.
Seller.
There we go, man.
Awesome.
Visit it. I'm Robert, the Amazon Gold Standard podcast presented by Breetly. I'll see you on the flip side. Tahir, thanks for coming on. I'll speak to you soon. Everyone have a great weekend.
Pleasure. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.